Liverpool have absolutely embarrassed Manchester United at Old Trafford in a result which I don't think surprises anyone. And if anything, that should say all you need to know about Erik ten Hag and this current Manchester United lineup. This is one of the biggest games of the season, one of the biggest games in world football. And to me, it felt like Liverpool never even got into second gear. There was no need for them to up the tempo a lot of the game. They were comfortable. There were a few short spells where Manchester United looked okay, but there was no point in the game where they had a consistent period of control. Liverpool simply put Manchester United under pressure that they couldn't deal with. The number of times which Liverpool pressured the life out of Man United and managed to end up winning the ball in positions which they had no right to do so was unbelievable. The goals, two of which came from Luis Diaz. Maybe he has finally started to add that clinical touch that he has needed, because Diaz has always had flair, attacking excitement, but to me, whenever I see him on the pitch, sometimes I just think, oh, is he actually going to score the chance he gets? Is he actually going to pull the assist off? Today, he did that. An amazing finish with one which Salah assisted from the edge of the box. Diaz, first time, kept the pace on the ball, straight past Onana. Big props to Diaz today. And then Mohamed Salah just looked amazing. Always does. When's that man going to slow down? I don't see a day in which he slows down. But let's get on to Manchester United. Casemiro is only 32 years old and he plays like he's about to go into a retirement home. It's actually crazy. Be honest with me, leave a comment and let me know, because I don't think anyone would have predicted a drop-off this drastic. When he was at Real Madrid, even in the last season there, he still looked like a top-level player. What has actually happened to Casemiro? He might have like a 4 or 5 game period where he looks okay, like he can just about do it in the Premier League, and then he always has an absolute stinker like this. But I really don't understand it, and I think the difference between the Manchester United squad and the Liverpool squad today can really be summed up with him. It was those midfield battles, the energy in midfield, the passing accuracy that really won Liverpool this game. You would pick Szoboszlai, McAllister, or even Gravenberch over Casemiro, and to me, he is obviously the key reason why Manchester United lost this match. Marcus Rashford, I thought, actually did okay, but crazily, he's still not had a shot. In over 200 minutes this season, Marcus Rashford is yet to have a shot. At one point, he was one of Manchester United's most exciting attackers, always whipping in shots from the edge of the box, inside the box. Now it looks like he's afraid to shoot. I don't know what's changed with him either. Maybe, right, and this might blow some people's minds, a lot of these players might actually not be that bad. It might be the system. It might be Erik ten Hag's fault. And in my humble opinion, I have no idea how that man is still in a job. One of the most worrying things about this for me, if I was a Manchester United fan, is when I looked at the starting lineup today, I thought, do you know what? That's actually a decent team that can really mount a challenge and actually cause Liverpool some problems. Let's just go through it for a second. So in net, we have Andre Onana, a defence of Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez and Delors. In the centre of the park, you've got Casemiro and Mainoo. 3 attacking midfielders / wingers of Garnacho, Fernandes and Rashford, and then Xerxes up front. Admittedly, it's nowhere near as good as the Liverpool squad, but there is players in there that you expect to be able to do something, have a little bit more about them. Garnacho has exciting moments. Bruno Fernandes went missing today. He was probably one of the worst ones in that midfield trio that were meant to be causing the Liverpool defence issues. Rashford, unlucky not to assist those Xerxes chances. De Ligt, people have hyped him up for years, and I think that is a very, very smart signing. And I do think in the long run, De Ligt will come good. And then Martinez, Manchester United fans at one point were telling you that he's one of the best centre-backs in the league. But it can't be the case. Onana didn't make a mistake today, but why isn't this team doing better? We all know the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Erik ten Hag. It is mental to me that Manchester United fans are still defending this man. And there was actually boos in Old Trafford today. Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville picked up on it, and they said that generally the crowd that is actually in the stadium backs ten Hag, and this is one of the first times they've seen open booing. I think it was in like the 70th minute. Which, if you're a Manchester United player or fan or part of the management team, really isn't a good sign. And I think we all know that Ten Hag's not secure in his job based off the fact that they interviewed for other managers throughout the summer and only offered him a short contract extension. So I just feel like this is been concocted into something that is not going to end well for any party. And I think it's been a little bit rough for Ten Hag in some ways, because obviously he's come in and there's so much expectation around the club. And when he came in, it wasn't in a particularly good place. But he's not actually made it a better place, has he? I just think even when you compare him to previous Manchester United managers since they've been going through this rough spell, is he really any better than Jose Mourinho? Is he really any better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Because personally, I'm not sure. I don't think there's much of a style. I don't think he's done anything to prove that he is. Arne Slot has been at Liverpool for a very short period of time, and he has proven that it doesn't take that long to implement a style of play that can be successful and effective without spending a whole bunch of money. Erik ten Hag still hasn't managed to implement any style of play, and he's spent hundreds of millions of pounds acquiring practically his old Ajax squad plus a few others, and it's just not working still. Manchester United fans, let me know what you think. Surely no one is still backing him. I understand a couple of trophies. Football is about winning silverware at the end of the day. But if you look over the course of a season, the average performance level of Manchester United, given the players that he has at his disposal and the amount of money he's spent, is nowhere near good enough. They just look lost every time I see Manchester United play. Obviously, they have won one game this season. They scraped a 1-0 against Fulham. Simply not good enough. Losing against Brighton, a frankly embarrassing performance today against Liverpool at home. You're losing 3-0 to Liverpool at home, and Harry Maguire's coming onto the pitch. Maybe there was an issue with delay or something, but it's just not a good look, is it? It just doesn't scream, we really want to take this game to them. And to be fair, Joshua Zirkzee had a couple decent chances. He should have probably scored 2 goals, and that would have been 2 assists for Rashford as well, which would have probably turned the tide on him a little bit. But I don't know how he's not bagged them. Still a new player, new into the Premier League. At least he was in the right positions, but 100% should have scored 2 goals today, Zirkzee. Let's talk about Liverpool, because what an unbelievable start to the season. Played 3, won 3, scored 7, conceded 0. I was worried when Klopp left that there might be a bit of a hangover period, as some of the players so suited to his system that have been there for a long time, it's not going to work as well with Arne Slot. But Slot's come in. Jesus Christ, they are looking even more dangerous than they were last year, in my opinion. There is no reason why Liverpool can't be challenging up and around City and Arsenal for the title come the end of the season. The only thing is, their squad depth isn't the best, but I think with Slot's system, the pressure that they put on United today, I've not seen in a little while in the Premier League. They just kept winning the ball back, and admittedly, not every team is as bad as Manchester United, who currently sit 14th in the Premier League table, by the way, but they can do it to a lot of teams. They should have the manpower to be able to put a lot of teams under that amount of pressure and keep winning the ball back. Honestly, Liverpool look truly incredible. 2 poor results in a row for Manchester United. Where does this leave them? I mean, Liverpool is a very hard fixture, and it always is a hard fixture, one in which they've not done particularly well in recently. So maybe they can write this one off. But I am interested to hear, Manchester United fans, let me know what you think of Ten Hag, because I think a mixture of Ten Hag, a squad that's been pretty underwhelming for a little while now. Players like Rashford, Casemiro, even Garnacho hasn't had the most amazing start to this season. It was dropped for a little while. I just don't see what happens for United this year. In my season predictions, I think I put them 5th. I'm not sure I would even keep them there anymore. It's going to be a real long season, and the transfer window is out now. At least you have got Ugarte, who replaces Casemiro. Let me know your thoughts on him. I won't pretend to be an expert, but he's got to be better than Casemiro, hasn't he? It can't get much worse given what we've just seen. But yeah, please do remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate every single person who's made it to this point in the video. I react to a lot of Premier League, Championship, Champions League, pretty much a lot of football. So if you're a football fan, hopefully you'll be a fan of the channel. Like and subscribe. I will catch you again very shortly. Peace.